also other information that's happening around our Earth, because as much information as possible is needed to see and explain of what's going on, because there is far too many of changes now. So please have a great evening, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, now we're at the ESO live cam in Chile. This is a live cam, offers high resolution views. Now I've been at this cam before many a times, and also for the timestamp you can see just here. It is strange to see the sky this colour. Now looking on this telescope, you can see this white reflection, can't you? Too dim on the land as well. So let's just go towards the sun. Can you see the dark area as well? This just proves to me that they're using this simulator, because look at this object. It's far too white. It's not the yellow sun anymore. And again, just look to the right hand side. Can you see this dark patch here? Huge dark shadow. It is being cloaked. We are seeing a huge shadow from a large heavenly object. It is darkening our sun, and this is why they use these mirrors. If you look as well just around, you can see here how dim it is. This reflection, this wrong reflection that's reflecting on all these telescopes. So it is indeed much getting darker now. We're seeing this huge shadow, aren't we? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue to look at this area, because there's been information that's come out as well about this Chilean telescope, and we're just seeing a complete different change. It's blowing it right out the woods. I mean, you can just clearly see that this is now completely changed. Here on this still shot as well, that was only taken moments ago, look to the left side, you can see a huge shadow. And this wrong reflection, again, you're seeing this reflection with this object that's cloaking and hiding everything. It's just so much different. So again, it is important to keep viewing the up-to-date cams. Here is another live image for today, the 15th of the 10th, 2017. Look how dim and dark it is on the sky. All the horizon is just completely dark. We are going into darkness. It's just so evident now, isn't it? The changes are here now. This also is another view, just like the all sky cams. Just far too dim in the sky, as our sun is being eclipsed by the Nibiru system. It is and has to come out. The governments and news media, they got to say something now. They really must. Okay, this is another view on this cam as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the area of the sun as well, because again we're getting a huge different reflection, not the yellow sun. So I'm going to go just show you this as well. Look to the right hand side. Okay, if I can try and get this for you, just here. Can you see where you've got this this object, okay, that's above the Earth on the atmosphere? So, but look at the right side. See, the left side is slightly lighter, but here we've got the dark patch, the dark shadow. Here we would see a heavenly object, but again they are cloaking it. And there's information coming out as well that the poles are slowly slipping. More ice is being cracked from the poles. The thing is though, as we go through the different cams and also look at the images that kind subscribers are bringing in to show you the evidence that we are going into darkness, it just gets stranger and stranger all the time. I mean, look on this image. Yeah, we do see lens flare, but we're seeing a different colour of the sun, and we're also seeing the dimness of the skies. So it is truly important to prepare, because the more we keep seeing these images, the more revealing it comes. It's very overwhelming to see these as well, because I I've been back at these cams for many months in the past, and I've spoke about this information with Steve Olson as well, and it is becoming much darker. There is a huge change in our system now, and this information it really has to come out. Here is an image that was taken earlier in the day at 12:31:34 seconds, and it still is very dim and dark, and also we're getting this white reflection. Just more proof that we've got a huge shadow that's out there. And I'm just going to continue to do this to show the truth, as many other channels are working very hard to try and get this information out. Here is the other view of this situation that's happening. I mean, when you look at these images, you see every day that there's something going on, and it is still absolutely bang out of order how the government, the powers to be, they just still won't say a word for anybody to prepare. It is a crying shame, because they have been building those underground cities for a long time. They've been preparing, and they've also been just lying to us on them news media channels that are being controlled as well through the Rothschilds. I mean, they all know about this whole event that's coming now. Okay, now we're at the Aspen Snowmass cam, and this cam, as you can see on the screen here, it's focusing on this area of the sky. Now, to the northeast, let me show you something. Can you see now, without any chemtrails, there's a huge dark shadow to the right side. All to the sky here is very dim. Now we saw them as well on the Chile telescope cams as well. I mean, look at this area. Can you see here how light it is and bright of the skies? Now many people around the world state as well that they don't see any shadow. But to this side as well, this reflection here, this dark shadow, people are showing that their skies are dimming. Now Detroit in the USA are being heavily chemtrailed, and many other parts of the world, even here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're getting a dim sky. But if you look to the left-hand side, other parts of the world will still get a light sky until Earth rotates, and other people will pick this up. So again, it's just very important to pick up all the information. So I'm going to go to the other webcam as well, because it is so evident that we're seeing this shadow. Okay, we're on the next cam now, and I just want to show you something as well with the plasma of the area of the sun. Now, what I'm going to do is, okay, now we're on the next cam, and what I've done is I put it down to 3:50 p.m. Now, the date there was yesterday, the 14th, but I just want to go through this cam as well for you. This is the Aspen cam as well. Now, just towards this area, can you see how it's dimming? Let's just move it across. You can see this, can't you? Hold on a second, please. Okay, where the cam starts moving, to the left side, you can see all the plasma, can't you, behind those mountains, as a clear shot of the sun. Now, to the right-hand side, you can see a curve that's missing, and the plasma is not so strong, because there is an object that's there. There's shadow in the area. Let me just move to a different timestamp. Okay, I've moved it now to 4:20 p.m. Now look at that plasma again to the left side. Now as the cam is moving, you'll see to the right hand side, as the sun is showing more, you'll see that shadow again. Look at the difference to the left and now to the right. There's that. So it's like a huge circle. Can you see how the shadow is there? As they use this cloaking technology, there's a big chunk missing of the area of the site of the plasma. Can you see that pink haze as well that's coming through to the right side? There's a big chunk missing, isn't there? Okay, what I've done is now I'm just going to go through the different times as you'll see this huge shadow to the right hand side, as there is definitely an object that they're cloaking. I apologise about this cam because it can shuffle about quite easily to try and get it right. But if we go to 4:20 p.m. and then it's 4:30, you can still see that red reflection as well, that shadow. Can you see this? It's still there and it's beginning to dim to the right side. That area is becoming very dark. Again, you can just see this, can't you? This dark shadow to the right side. Okay, let's try some other cams now. And I'm just showing you the Alaska cams. And I want to prove to you as well that we are having an eclipse. Right now we've got an object that's between us and the sun. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down to this cam here. Now this cam is southwest camera. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click onto this from a loop on the southwest camera. Now, as it's trying to load itself now, what I noticed on this this cam, okay, is it just got dark very, very quickly. Now, I'm going to try and zoom into this for you now. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, right. Now it's still showing the date as the 13th on Friday, so I thought I'd flick through some webcams for you for the early morning. Now, as you can see, I'm going through this this cam. Look at all this. Again, it's just all trash that's just pumping up there in the skies every day, spraying those chemtrails. But as we go through the footage, through the cam, you will start to see this object. It's so blatantly obvious. Look how it shrinks. Can you see how it shrinks now? This is a simulator. Now, again, look at this. Look how dark it's starting to get now during the day. And when you see this as well, going through, it just clearly shows an eclipse on this image. Look how dark it is. All this is chemtrails, dark skies, white object, simulator. It is just right out of the water now. We're seeing this evidence all the time. Let's go to another cam. Okay, this next webcam is very interesting as well, proving that there is a simulator and it is darkening the skies with this white object. Now, we're looking at the cam, west cam. If I go to the loop, pointing west, let me go down here and get this. I just want to show you these few images. Very important to see this. Let me zoom into the footage. Okay, on this cam, local time is 1:32, but you will see this towards sundown. Look at this object. Look how white it is. And also, as I've said before, on lots of images that are coming through by really great people, you can see the dark shadows and skies. Right, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to flick through this. Look how it gets smaller. Shouldn't do this. If I go back, it gets big, but look at this. It shrinks. And then it gets larger again. But notice the dark skies. Look on again, the land, far too dim. And then what you do is, when you're going through the cam, you can still see this white object, this simulator in the skies, far too dark. We go again, it shrinks, it's getting smaller. It shouldn't do this. Our sun, yellow sun, shouldn't do this. There it goes again, you can see this object. It's just like it is just like a torch. I mean, look how dark it is on the land to this object. Can you see how it shrinks? Now, many people think that the clouds and everything are dimming the skies. It's not the actual sun. But you can see now the clouds have moved out of the way and we're seeing the simulator. It's white. It's not our natural sun. I mean, as we continue with the cam as well, it just gets even more stranger. Look at this formation. I mean, this is technology that's being produced by NASA, and the government are just, they're just fully aware of this situation, and again, humanity are just fully unaware. Look at the dark skies. Look at the land. It is such a big giveaway now. Look how it shrinks. It shouldn't do this. It really shouldn't. These are high definition cameras. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to another webcam again, because we're just seeing the evidence now that they're using this simulator to block everything in the skies. Okay, I've looked at this other webcam as well, and I thought it was very interesting to see this. We see a strange light source, and then they jump the time. They do this, they block out other images from Canada. I'm going to go to this one here, southwest. Okay, what I'm going to do is now, I'm going to go through the loop with this camera. And when we go through the loop, it's very interesting to see this. What I'm going to do is now, I'm going to go to these images, and I'm going to zoom in for you. Right, it's zoomed in now. I'm going to flick through this cam. Now watch this area here, and then the cam jumps. You start to see a light source. Now can you see this here? It's nothing to do with the sun. Something else. Can you see the dark shadow of the sky as well? And then it jumps. It's gone. It's there. And then it jumps. You can see this light source here, can't you? And then it's gone. They block it out. It just looked very interesting as well to see that. This strange reflection. Okay, now what I've noticed as well on another cam, pointing northwest, and I will show you this now. What I see on this cam, okay, is ash that's coming in. When the sun rises, I see normal clouds, but also thousands of feet high ash that's coming in from above our atmosphere. Let's just show you this on the video. Okay. We'll start off with this one here. Let me just zoom in for you on this, please. Okay, what you can see on the screen here on this Canadian cam is just the normal cloud systems. But here, what you see here is not chemtrails. This is dust. This is ash. This is something that's coming through. Let me just show you this. Right across above in the sky there. This is what they're hiding. This is ash that's coming through as Nibiru is between us and the sun. Right now there is a huge heavenly body, and all this is coming in. I'll just go back. Just here. You'll see it again. Over here. It's travelling through. And then you'll start to see the HAARP cloud. Those chem clouds. Can you see it starting to move here? Starting to move to cover this. Here it is here. This is man-made. But this is ash. All this that you see up here. And it is quite hard for people to get their head around this. But it's very true. What I see on the screen is what's coming in from the system. It is so very clear. Just another piece of evidence to show you that something is coming in very close now. We're starting to see the ash and also the iron oxide. It is coming through. Okay, we're going to go to another cam now. Okay, I'm going to check another cam as well to prove to you that we are in an eclipse. When the sun is showing on this next image, we are truly being eclipsed. That simulator is right in our faces. So what I'm going to do is now go to this webcam. It's two clips on this video, okay? Southeast. Let's just show you this now. Okay. It's this one here. also this one here. Can you see how dark it is? Let me just zoom into this for you. Now if anybody says that this is normal, I mean, can you see how dim and dark it is? And we've got this simulator, this object that they're placing in front of the area of the sun. It is just blowing it out of the woods on this one. Can you see how dark it is on the land as well? Let me just go to this image here. Look again. This strange colour, this blue, this white object. Look on the land as well. Far too dim, isn't it? Now these webcams are very much up to date. I've got this one as well that's showing from Alaska as well, southwest. Let's just show you this. Just more proof that the area is being eclipsed. Look at this, the colour as well on the sea, and it's too dark for that time of the day. So let's go through this one as well. Just get this to load up. Okay, let's zoom into this. When going through the cam, you can just see, can't you, again they just chemtrail all the time. We're seeing a strange light source on the sea, and also this dark sky. I mean, the sun is being covered. It really is, and it's about time that this come out now to the public, because I mean, look at all this chemtrail activity, dark skies. Just amazes me how they can still think they can get away with doing this. Okay, this webcam as well will be the last one for the Alaska cams. I'm going to move to the Austria cams as well after this, but I found something as well that's very important to show you as well, because on this cam that's pointing west, you will see again on the land it's far too dim. It is really, really dim. I'll just show you this on the webcam. Let's just see if I can get the right image here. Let's go here, just carry on flicking through. I'm going to now zoom in for you on this one as well. Okay, now what I've done is zoomed in. Now you can see again this white, this light of this object. Look how dim again these cloud formations are that are being pushed down. Dark blue skies, and the land is too dim. Let's just go through this this webcam footage. You can see again it's just too dim. So this time of the year we are definitely going through an eclipse. We really are. I mean, it is far too dark. If I just go through this again, you can see this object, this definitely in front of the sun. I mean, it is so overwhelming, the evidence now. Also, there is a subscriber from Canada that's reporting dark skies, and I'll show you his footage very shortly. So I'm going to go to the Austria cams. Okay, this is the first Austrian cam that I'm going to show you on the screen. Now we can see Mercury here on the sunrise. Now I want to show you all this now that's becoming very strange. As I've told you before in another video as well, that the chemtrailing has got worse. It really has got worse this year than any other year. It is really strange what they're doing, because they're covering the truth. Let me go through this cam with you. Okay, I'm going to take it back. Right, we can see that, can't we? Okay, there's chemtrails there as well. This is all strange cloud formations, 635. Okay, and then as we flick through you can start seeing the chemtrails, this plasma that's coming up as well. It's looking very strange now. And then we're seeing this red reflection. All this is chemtrails, where they've been spraying all through the night. Everywhere around the world's being sprayed. Look at all this, all these lines in the skies covering the truth. There's objects as well that's being cloaked and covered. This pink haze, and also, I mean, all of it is just poison in the skies. The government and the powers that be are just, they're killing us. It is really bad. It's depopulation. This is a real serious problem, and it's not being addressed on the news media channels. The weathermen, all the other, I mean, the information is being sealed tight shut, isn't it? I mean, look at this, the way this formation here, it just looks very, very strange. all this again, you can see they're using a cloaking device and they're hiding objects. Up here it's too dark to the left side. Let's just go back. Now the timestamp there is 8:10. Okay, look to the left side here. There's something that's being blocked to the left side. The dark sky here. I mean, all this again is chemtrails. And then you're seeing this huge square get bigger. I mean, as the area of the sun. I mean, it just looks so blue, doesn't it? It changes its colour completely. Okay, I'm going to go through the cam as well, and just to show you how much poison they're spraying in our skies. I mean, look at this. As you go through, you can see this here. And it's just all a mess. Barium, aluminium, just a complete mess. If we just go through the cam, you can just see again. Let's have a look at this next one. Can you see the red haze on the horizon? We're seeing this every day as well. Now, this is a huge reflection. What they're cloaking is what they don't want you to see. But as everything goes down on the horizon, you will see this huge reflection. As it gets to this time, you can see again chemtrails. Look at the state of the sky coming at this time now. It's just being sprayed everywhere. Let's go to another Austria cam. This next cam's pointing northeast. Now let's just go through this. I found that was very interesting. Can you see all this strange colour on the horizon again? 7:17. Just go through the cam and it's just more chemtrails. Look at all this. 10:36 and the skies start to get darker. Look at all this. 12:13. Look how dark it is. We've got that simulator that's up there in the sky. Look how dark it is on these machinery. I mean, look at it. It's black. It's virtually black now. 12:13. That's lunchtime. Okay, so we're getting this lighter sky. Okay, but it's still very dark, isn't it, for this time? And then when you go through the cam, look how dim and dark it is. Now, I've said this before, that at that time, through the day, as we've seen on subscribers' images, we're seeing a dim, dark sky. We're being eclipsed. Without a shadow of a doubt, we are now being eclipsed by that system that's between us and the sun. Let's just go back. It's just a killer shot image, how dark it is. This is a huge shadow. It shouldn't be like this for lunchtime. And I'm still getting a mountain of emails from many parts of the world that about this time they're seeing the dark skies. Okay, this is called the Aurora Live Station webcam. Now, it's quite difficult to maneuver the images you can see just at the bottom of the photo image you can see on the screen there. And that is a huge reflection northeast of the sky. Now, you see the normal clouds, can't you, here? Now, if that was a reflection coming from the other side, where the sun would be, it would reflect that same colour. Now, we've seen this same reflection on a subscriber's image from Mexico, but every time I go to these other photos, it keeps jumping off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it and try and get to the next image. Now, the reason why they're jumping is because these are live just now, these photographs that are coming through. Again, you can see there's no reflection on these normal clouds straight in front of the screen. Now, again, if it was anything to do with the sun, it would reflect everything. Everything reflect. But it's coming from the other side, this huge colour. Here it is again. You can see this very, very clearly, can't you? This red reflection. Something is going down. Look at this here as well. This cloud formation proves it's not coming from the sun. Just very, very strange. Let's see if I can try and get through to the different one. See if I can get back to show you this. Okay. you can see that there is something else as it starts to show. Something else there. See, I've done webcams before and I thought it was best to go back to showing you more footage on the webcams. Okay, so you saw the webcam images that do show that there is something going on, and we have a report coming in on Monday very shortly as well from astronomers that are going to announce something, so that'd be interesting to listen to that to see what sort of outcome that happens. So I'm going to now move on to images from fantastic people that have sent in their footage, because I respect every single one of you and I believe that it's very important to show these images. Here we have a photograph that's coming from Daniel Parkhurst from Pittsburgh. Now this guy is sending in his information with these photographs, stating as well from the other side of sundown he picked up this reflection. Now can you see this red reflection on the top of these cloud formations? But look at this array, this shadow from the other side, proving again that we're seeing a strange light source that's coming from northeast of the sky. I mean, this is another piece of evidence that something's coming in. We can just see these shadows now on webcams and other people's photographs, videos, and even from the northeast people are picking this up. So again, Daniel, thank you for this image. Also, this kind subscriber zoomed in to show you this shadow in the skies. Now we are seeing objects, we're seeing huger amounts of shadows and reflections, because all through the different videos those shadows were a lot smaller, but now they are starting to look massive. Moments later, this subscriber took this image as well. You can see it started to become red here and here. Look at this dark shadow again, and also you can see this formation in the sky. Linda sent this image in from New Jersey, the USA, and she said it was very, very strange because the skies dimmed at about 10:30 a.m. in the morning, and then this strange formation appeared in front of the area of this white light source that we see in the skies. And it did become very hot as well, humid. The heat just risen very quickly. You can also see those chemtrails. Everything you see on the screen there is artificial to hide the truth. Another great photograph, thank you for this. Linda also sent this photograph in as well, saying she was totally blown away with her partner. She lives in New Jersey and she studies the skies every single day to see now that the sun has changed colour and it's far too dim around the area of the sun and this simulator. Look again, this strange creamy haze in the sky, different chemicals to fool the public. As you can see again, you can see clearly that the area, as also the darkness, is just completely different from what it was like many years ago. We saw blue skies and a yellow sun. But again, the game is up now and it needs to come out. These next set of attachments have come in from Karma Zabich. So this subscriber is very persistent because again you can see those lines in the skies and it just becomes very white and bright. You can see this on the trees and this vehicle as well. She also states as well that the skies above on this photograph were too dim. Never in her life has she seen this before. The skies below are much lighter. But again, they use chemtrails to try and fool the public about the two different colours. As if those chemtrails weren't there, you would see a huge dark line. This next attachment is just like Linda's photograph you just saw from New Jersey and the other images. These strange reflections from the other side. Look at these shadows. Something is coming up and rising from the other side. There's no doubt now that something is going on. So again, thank you for your fantastic images. Okay, we've got some video footage that's coming from Kirsty Lively from the USA. Now, she was at home and she lives in a high-rise apartment, and looking northeast of the skies of early hours of the morning, she noticed a red object that was moving down the horizon. Now I'm going to play this video for you, and again, it's just important to pick up anything that looks different in our skies. Okay, let's play this footage again, but what I've done is I've slowed it down. Now, what Kirsty's done is, she's using her camera, which is a low resolution camera, but she just thought straight away to take this footage. She was totally blown away, and also her family was too, as it was up at the northeast skies towards the horizon. Now, when she's zooming in, you can clearly see it is some sort of object that's illuminating, reflecting probably off the sun or something else. But it's out there. Now this lady is genuine. She sends in lots of photos and lots of emails as well, and does pick up a lot of things that are out there. Now we've got to think out the box with this as well, haven't we? Because all the images that I show on the screen I believe to be genuine. So again, Kirsty, thank you for this footage, because it's important to everybody of what we're seeing on these photographs all across the world. Fantastic shot. It really is totally fantastic. Thank you, Kirsty. Also, a good friend of mine, Dawn Taylor from the UK, sent this Addicted Sports webcam image. Now, you can see a shadow, can't you, on the screen here? Now, this isn't a smudge or anything on the screen. This is a real reflection, a shadow, because it moves. If I go to the different image, you can see that it moves. It's up here now, this shadow in the sky. And we'll go back to the next image. It's going down on the horizon, proving that it is something else. I'll just go back down again, and there it is. Something that's reflecting a huge shadow in the sky. It's not the moon, it's not the sol, the sun, it's another reflection. So again, Dawn, thank you for these photographs. Adam Parker from Canada has sent these images in as well. He sent an email, sent it in as well, stating he's very, very worried about this now. Something is definitely going on. He states at 12:15 p.m. the skies became black, very dark. And he also has witnessed this when he's seen the moon eclipse in the past, this strange dimness in the skies, and also birds, wildlife becoming slightly crazy. He can hear them. That is 100% that the sun, the sol, is being eclipsed by this system, this incoming system. We're seeing this strange light source again, chemtrails, dark skies. Everything you see on the screen is 100%. There's something seriously going on. During the 12 p.m. skies, he stated it was still very, very dark. Look on these building roofs, this yellow, creamy coloured white reflection. And on the trees, it just seems very dim. Something's going to happen. We're all going to see these objects in the sky in our lifetimes. But again, the powers that be would just want us to get used to this. But us in the older generation, okay, knows there's something wrong because we remember the skies back in the day. Look at all this, again, dust that's coming through. At the back of Adam's house, he took a picture in his garden and looked straight up to the area that you can see of this simulator. And again, he was still astonished how dim and dark it became, of this strange haze. Again, if you look clearly on the photograph, it is 100% an eclipse. Look again at these chem planes trying their hardest to cover the truth. Above there is ash. This here as well is coming in. These are chemtrails. And also, I mean, the time is up. It is getting so close for an event that I believe shortly that hopefully governments will speak out. Karma Zabich sent this in as well, this kind subscriber, with an email stating that the whole of the cloud system from the other side was very much red, this colour that she's never seen before. She's seen them on photographs and images that have been sent in by other fantastic people, but she states as well that she had to take a look herself, and now she is a true believer that there is something wrong, that this system is coming in. And also, many people are studying and also reading and researching about this, and it's starting to open a lot of people's eyes, because this red haze that we see is not from the sun. As we see the white sun that's been eclipsed right now, this is part of the system that's eclipsing the sun, this red reflection from Nibiru. Here is another image that's coming in for this fantastic subscriber. Now, look at the colours again that's reflecting on this strange cloud formation. Just like what we saw on the aurora cams. The same colour, the same shape. Again, the system is changing. Here is the next photograph that's zoomed out. You can see that pink haze from Nibiru. This here on the screen is just a fly, it's nothing. Let's not worry about this. What's more important is this red reflection, this pink haze that we've never seen before, reflecting on these strange cloud formations. So again, thank you for your photographs. They are showing that the system is changing. And also, I mean, look at the two different colours. You've got the colour of the soul. You see the yellow dimness as it's on the other side. But then you've got this strange pink reflection that we've all got to keep an eye on. This next image as well is very interesting, because when I said on another video about the spraying blue spray to make out that the sky is the natural blue colour, well, this here is chemtrails, all of it. But they try to fool the public to thinking that it's normal, what you're seeing is a blue sky, but behind this area would be a red haze, as you can see the start of it to the left hand side. Dawn Taylor also sent these images in a short time ago. As you can see again, there's a reflection that's behind all that haze in the sky. Something is reflecting. Here is the next photograph of this strange reflection in the skies. All this again is chemtrails. They are hiding the truth. You can see the haze, the colour that's coming in. And through the different videos, looking at this now, it's becoming larger. Also, with this photograph as well that was sent in by Dawn, the title of it is The Chem Hand. Look at the way it's been sprayed. Very, very strange. But again, these are chemtrails. You can see that pink reflection on them. Just another fantastic capture. Here is another outstanding image of a formation that looks like a hand. It does look very surreal, doesn't it? But again, these are chemtrails that will move towards this area of this white object in the sky. Fantastic capture. Thank you, Dawn, for sending these photographs in. Okay, so again, more proof that around about 12 p.m. lunchtime, you can clearly see on Dawn's image that the skies become to get darker. You see all that haze that they spray this white object, and also you saw just moments ago this strange formation as it's moving closer towards the area of this simulator covering the truth. Everything starts to dim as the natural sun behind this white object is being eclipsed. Too dark in the skies. Thank you, Dawn, for your fantastic images. Mr. Roger Paul from Southern Ohio in the USA sent these photographs in as well. Now, these look very strange. Red haze that's filtering through these chemtrails. Dark skies. This object again. Moments later, the skies just changed like this. Very, very strange, with those red reflections, dark skies, and this white object in the center of the screen. Now, we know that they are using that device, but look around. You can see these other textures and colors that are coming in, traveling with this area. Look again, just on the right hand side, there's a darker shadow. Something is causing these red reflections. Okay, we've got a photograph that was sent in by a subscriber called No Subject. He would like to remain anonymous, and he sent me quite a few images when taking photographs of around the moon very recently, and he's picked up this object. Now, it does look strange, doesn't it? But again, it could be anything, couldn't it? Because again, we've got to think out the box with this. But there is things that are out there that are strange, that no one would be able to understand. But again, that is a fantastic capture to see in this. So thank you for your photographs and also your 10-page email explaining what these are. And I'm going to go into more detail about these and show more of these images that you're sending in. Thank you very much for this, and we're going to move on to other images. Here's another photograph that was sent in by the same subscriber. Now, he's always out at night time taking photographs, images of the night skies. He says on this image as well, facing north at 2 a.m. he picked up this strange formation, and also this as well. Are these orbs or beings or something, spirits? Very, very strange, aren't they? They're very spectacular. Thank you for these images. Here is another one. Strange formation that's out there. Fantastic captures that people are being so persistent to looking at the skies. Now, the reason why I'm showing you these on the photograph is because I've caught these images myself, and also I've sent images like this to Steve Olson and other genuine people that are trying to get the truth out, that there's other things out there. Let me show you another image. This is the next photograph. Something is out there, isn't it? Something very strange. It's moving across the night skies. It could be thousands and thousands of miles away, or even light years away, but I mean the size of this thing. Another strange formation. The colour as well, and it's like glowing. There's something that's... It does look very, very strange. So thank you for these images. Okay, meanwhile, back down on the ground, Jim Bear 174 from America sent this photograph in of just lines in the skies. He does say as well that they are doing this every single day. covering the area also of this white object in the sky. Many people are starting to say now that it's a white object because they know that they are covering the eclipse. Stephanie Hayes took this photograph as well of this strange shadows, proving that through the different videos, other people that don't know each other, not spoken to each other, has seen these two shadows in the skies. Now these shadows are from objects to the right hand side, reflecting, showing that they are in front of the sun. This is a big giveaway, but they still continue to spray the skies and hope that humanity don't see this. Jim Bear as well sent this photograph in as well. It is very, very sad because again we're seeing strange formations and also chemtrails with shadows. And this was taken around 10 AM when it got very, very dim and dark. Look at this yellow haze. Detroit is being hammered every single day. Mr. Leon Brook from the USA as well sent this photograph in, explaining in his email he's very worried about himself and his family because now he is seeing a very dark sky. 12 PM. It does seem to get very, very dark. He noticed this strange cloud formation moving strangely across this area. To the right hand side there was a huge dark shadow. We really need to keep an eye on the right hand side of the skies. Mr. Chrissy Harding sent these photographs in as well. Can you see this pink reflection? And then you see the yellow reflection from the sun. This white haze from the sun, but then we're getting a red colour in the sky. Just behind this red colour above is a huge shadow again. Let me take you to the next image. Here we have the next photograph. It's very, very pink. But again, just underneath you see the yellow haze of the sun, proving that this is coming from another colour of another object. More chemtrails, more spraying through the skies, and more evidence that we've got Nibiru that's in our system now. You can see the moon that's up there with these lines in the skies. Now, this is an interesting image as well, because look at the size of the moon. But on other photographs, we see the moon that's very, very big, proving that there's a huge light source that's reflecting from and off the moon. This other image as well is just proving the two different colours. Fantastic photographs. Tina from the USA got out of her car to take this video and also this image, photograph of the sun at around 10 AM. Look at the darkness. She was very, very shocked to see how dim it became. Look on the land. Very, very strange, as we're now seeing the darkness through the days. This next image is coming from Mark Alsop from the UK. Now, he states on this photograph, I know it just looks like cloud formations, but he states that this cloud didn't move for a long time, and he sees this strange formation. Can you see this? It does look very, very strange, doesn't it? So again, thank you for this image. These next attachments are coming in from Silva from Dongen in the Netherlands. She states that the skies are being pelted with chemtrails and also sees the dust, the ash that's above here to the left side. She knows there's something wrong, as many thousands of us now see the truth. But still, on the internet websites, they call this a conspiracy and say that this is untrue, they're just contrails. Another image showing what they do every single day, chemtrails, and they develop to become into a chain of thick haze just to hide the truth, and they don't move in the sky, they stay there. So again, with these photographs, just proves that they are not stopping, are they? They're carrying on till the very end. And I will carry on till the very end too. Because I feel that it's important to show these images, the videos, and speak the truth for every single one of us to witness what is happening to all the other sky systems. I mean, look at the lines. The Netherlands are being hammered to this day as well. This image is coming in from Tina again. Just a short time ago she sent this image in. Now I want to explain something as well. The images that come in, I can tell when they're genuine. Okay, and the ones that are genuine will go on the screen. Because again, it's important to speak out and show the truth. Now look at Tina's hand to the left side. It's a normal colour. But then you can see this pink haze and this darkness in the sky. Proving this image isn't filtered. None of the images that I show you are filtered. They are genuine photographs. And people can see, and they send emails in stating the skies are dimming with their own eyes. So again, we've got to carry on and we've got to show the proof because we are heading to the truth. Noreen Glenn from Berlin sent these last attachments in. And as she was drying her washing, she saw out to the right side and could see the sky was much darker than the left side. As we saw on the webcams, we can clearly see this problem. She says the sun has changed and also the cloud systems look very much different now with the red haze. And also through that time of the day, because she sent these photographs in because she's been hearing us all talk about the 10 AM skies. She saw the video just recently as well that I made when I took a video of the sun at 12 PM. So she took some images herself and noticed the dimness on the land that she's not seen before at around that time. There is a huge dark shadow. We can see the shadow. And through the months now, okay, the coming months, I believe that this shadow will start to get darker. And I do believe about the 3 days of darkness. It's been spoke about, it's been in books and documented. So I'm going to go to the last image now that this kind lady has sent in. Okay, she took another photograph at 12 PM just to check and see if the skies do dim. So over in Europe, they're seeing this as well. This lady is a genuine lady, sends in emails that I do translate, and she states it is dimming. Everything is dimming. You can see those chemtrails, other formations, and this dimming of the sky. So thank you for watching this video, and I will be back very shortly because I've got hundreds of other images to go through, and I've got piles of work to do as well by checking through people's emails, picking up information. There's been loads of information that's come through to help me to continue the research as well, to get things out. I've got interviews to do as well by other fantastic channels. And I send my respect out as well to Becky Lewis, Jeff P, David Dobbs and Steve Olson, and other fantastic channels that are working so hard. Scott Cohn, he's a fantastic guy who does a lot of research as well. Prep Aussie. Now Prep, we spoke in the past, and also he has some excellent information that's been sent out because he knows that the government, he knows the banking system's collapsing, and he is fully aware of this situation as well. There's many people out there working very hard, and we are never going to give up until the last days. So take care, and big respect to all of you from Matt Rogers.